They were adored by millions, living lives of unimaginable luxury. They were celebrities. They were the icons. But who knew that beneath the surface, darkness brewed? Today, I will delve into the twisted tales of 8 celebrities who traded stardom for a run-in with the law. But what went wrong? Stay till the end of this video as we find out. Number 8. Chance Comanche. A former player with the NBA G League Stockton Kings confessed to kidnapping and killing a Washington state woman with his ex-girlfriend in Las Vegas earlier this month. Comanche and Sakari Hernandez were arrested recently and charged with kidnapping Hernandez's friend, Marina Rogers. But that's not all. Police began pursuing murder charges against them after Rogers' remains were discovered, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department said in a news release Sunday. Whereas, a police arrest warrant shows Comanche and Hernandez are charged with murder in the death of Rogers. The Sacramento Kings announced on December 15th that Comanche has been released from the team. This statement left his fans in complete disbelief of what their idol had done. In the warrant, which was filed in Clark County District Court, police say the pair lured the victim to a secluded location under the guise of a prostitution deal. The pair then strangled Rogers in Hernandez's vehicle before dumping her body in a ditch and covering the body with rocks. Following his confession, Comanche showed detectives where Rogers' body was buried. Meanwhile, things got heated. The attorney representing Comanche, Michael Goldstein, asserted that he could not provide comments on the substance or context of any statements made to law enforcement. He declared that the issues would be addressed when appearing in court and upon being provided with a complete transcript or recording, if available. Now, to all his loyal fans, just sit tight and face whatever happens because no one is superior to law. Number 7. Henry Ruggs. On November 2, 2021, a promising career and 2 lives were tragically cut short in Las Vegas. Former NFL wide receiver Henry Ruggs III, driving under the influence at speeds exceeding 156 mph, slammed his Corvette into a Toyota RAV4, driven by 23-year-old Tina Tintor. The collision ignited Tintor's vehicle, killing her and her 1-year-old dog instantly. Ruggs, whose blood alcohol content was nearly double the legal limit, was initially charged with several felonies, including DUI resulting in death, reckless driving, and possession of a firearm while intoxicated. He was subsequently released by the Las Vegas Raiders and faced public condemnation for his actions. But that's not all. In May 2023, Ruggs reached a plea agreement with prosecutors, admitting guilt to 1 count of felony DUI resulting in death and 1 count of misdemeanor vehicular manslaughter. In exchange for dropping the remaining charges, the agreement capped his potential sentence at 10 years. Whereas, on August 9, 2023, Ruggs was sentenced to serve a minimum of 3 years in prison. Judge Jacqueline Nguyen expressed her hope that Ruggs would choose a different path upon release and use his dishonor to raise awareness about the dangers of drunk driving. The case has left a lasting impact on Tintor's family, friends, and the Las Vegas community. Ruggs' potential, once a bright star in the NFL, is now marred by his reckless actions. While he faces the consequences of his crime, the loss of Tina Tintor and the devastation it caused remains a stark reminder of the tragic cost of drunk driving. Number 6. Alec Baldwin. The tragedy on the set of the Western film Rust in October 2021 has cast a long shadow over Alec Baldwin's career and raised complex questions about firearm safety and responsibility on film sets. While Baldwin has never been convicted of any crime, he is currently facing an involuntary manslaughter charge in the fatal shooting of cinematographer Helena Hutchins and the wounding of director Joel Souza. The incident occurred during a rehearsal scene where Baldwin was wielding a prop revolver. Though assured the gun was cold, meaning unloaded, it discharged a live round, striking Hutchins in the chest. Despite immediate medical attention, she died later that day. Initially, charges against Baldwin were dropped in April 2023, when the special prosecutor overseeing the case decided there was insufficient evidence to proceed. However, a new set of prosecutors took over in October 2023 and presented the case to a grand jury which, on January 19, 2024, indicted Baldwin on 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter. The more serious charge accuses Baldwin of total disregard or indifference for the safety of others, while the other concerns negligent use of a firearm. Both are felony charges carrying a potential sentence of 18 months in prison and a $5,000 fine. Baldwin has vehemently denied any wrongdoing, maintaining that he never pulled the trigger and was unaware the gun contained live ammunition. His defense argues that the responsibility lies with the film's armorer, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, who was responsible for ensuring the safety of firearms on set. Meanwhile, Gutierrez-Reed also faces charges of involuntary manslaughter. The legal situation is now evolving, with Baldwin's lawyers expected to file motions to dismiss the charges. Regardless of the outcome, the tragedy has already had a profound impact on the film industry, prompting renewed scrutiny of safety protocols and raising awareness about the potential dangers of working with firearms on set. Number 5. Aaron Hernandez, a talented NFL tight end whose life took a shockingly dark turn, stands as a stark reminder of how quickly fame and fortune can crumble in the face of violence. His story is one of wasted potential, shattered dreams, and ultimately, a tragic loss of life. Hernandez's world unraveled when he was arrested for the first-degree murder of Odin Lloyd, a semi-professional football player with whom he had a loose acquaintance. Lloyd's body was found riddled with bullets in an industrial park not far from Hernandez's mansion. The subsequent investigation and trial painted a disturbing picture. Evidence linked Hernandez to the murder weapon, his car was seen at the crime scene, and surveillance footage captured him with Lloyd shortly before the killing. The prosecution portrayed Hernandez as a ruthless individual with a volatile temper, fueled by gang connections and substance abuse. Despite his claims of innocence, the jury delivered a guilty verdict, and he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Number 4. Caitlyn Jenner, then known as Bruce Jenner, was driving an SUV on the Pacific Coast Highway in Malibu, California, when she rear-ended a Lexus driven by 69-year-old Kim Howe. The impact pushed Howe's car into oncoming traffic, where it was struck by another vehicle, leading to Howe's death on the spot. The district attorney's office launched a thorough investigation into the accident, examining evidence from the scene, witness statements, and Jenner's driving history. They also considered the role of paparazzi, who were reportedly following Jenner's car at the time of the accident, whereas the district attorney announced that Jenner would not face any criminal charges. They concluded that there was no evidence to support charges of vehicular manslaughter or reckless driving, as Jenner was driving below the speed limit and had applied her brakes before the impact. Number 3. Dwayne Chapman, better known as Dog the Bounty Hunter. His past includes a brush with the law that continues to color his public image. He was convicted of third-degree murder and spent 18 months in prison. Chapman was present during a marijuana purchase that went wrong. His friend, Donald Kuykendall, entered a house to buy marijuana from Jerry Oliver, allegedly a pimp and drug dealer. A struggle ensued, and Kuykendall shot and killed Oliver. However, Chapman waited in the getaway car and was charged with third-degree murder under the acting in concert doctrine, meaning he was legally responsible for the actions of his accomplice. Although Chapman maintained he was unaware of Kuykendall's intent, he was convicted in 1976 and sentenced to 5 years in prison. Number 2. Venus Williams, while driving south through an intersection in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, came to a stop to avoid a car turning left in front of her. Another vehicle traveling westbound, driven by Linda Barson, then collided with Williams's SUV on the passenger side. The impact fatally injured Linda Barson's husband Jerome, who was a passenger in their car. Besides that, police investigated the accident, reviewing witness statements, traffic light sequences, and video footage. Initially, some reports indicated Williams might have violated the right-of-way, but the investigation cleared her of any wrongdoing. The police report concluded that the car turning left in front of Williams triggered the chain of events leading to the crash. Last but not the least, Oscar Pistorius, the once celebrated Paralympic athlete known for his incredible feats on prosthetic blades, became embroiled in a shocking tragedy. On Valentine's Day, Pistorius fired 4 shots through the locked bathroom door of his Pretoria home, fatally striking his girlfriend, Reva Steenkamp, a model and law graduate. He claimed he mistook her for an intruder, stating he felt vulnerable due to previous break-ins and heightened security concerns. The subsequent trial captivated global attention. The prosecution portrayed the shooting as a premeditated act driven by an argument or jealousy, while the defense emphasized Pistorius's fear and panic. He received a 5-year prison sentence for culpable homicide and a concurrent 3-year suspended sentence for reckless endangerment. Apart from this, these fallen stars leave us contemplating. Should talent shield from accountability? Share your thoughts below. Subscribe to the channel where I try with all my might to bring the latest and greatest news from the criminal world.